thousands of Apple users around the world lined up to get their hands on the new iPhone X that became available in major markets on Friday. The iPhone X, Apple's 10th anniversary offering, is loaded with plenty of high-end hardware and new features, including Face ID that unlocks the phone when users look at it. It is also pricey, starting at $999 for the entry-level model. According to Apple, the handset will be available Friday in more than 50 markets, including China, the US, the UK, Singapore, Australia, India, and Japan. Tim Cook told CNBC on Thursday that the iPhone X, from an order perspective, is off to a very strong start. That followed a muted launch for the iPhone 8 in September. Australia. In Australia, people started queuing early outside the Apple Store in Sydney Central. As more people showed up, the line grew and went around the corner and stretched down several blocks as users waited for the store to open, following the release of the iPhone maker's fourth quarter numbers. Reuters reported that around 400 people had lined up outside the flagship store in Sydney, and some were looking to flip their brand new smartphones for as much as $3,000 Australian dollars, $2,313.92 each. The practice of buying new iPhones early, before they are sold out, and then reselling them at a higher price is fairly common, particularly in the Greater China region. Last year, scalpers in Hong Kong were reselling some iPhone 7 Plus handsets for as much as $1,933 versus Apple's suggested retail price of $769. Singapore. In Singapore, a huge crowd gathered by Thursday evening in front of the Apple Store on Orchard Road. According to one report, users apparently stood in line as early as Wednesday. Japan. The line in front of the Apple Store in Tokyo was also sizable. According to reports, more than 500 people already queued before Friday's release. United States. In the United States, some reportedly fought outside the San Francisco Apple Store to figure out who was first in line. Others used the hype around the iPhone X to make some fast cash by offering to stand in line for enthusiasts. The line outside the Apple Store on Fifth Avenue in New York City stretched almost an entire block. United Kingdom. According to one report, by early Thursday afternoon, a little over a half a dozen men were in the queue outside the flagship Apple Store in London. The outlet reported that the first person in the line had been there since Tuesday, after initially turning up on both Sunday and Monday. View image on Twitter.